This is actually what you would do in the absence of a union. You know what I mean? Like he should be excited at the prospect, even as a capital owner, to have this conversation with his employees without a union being formed. I saw an actual Charlie video that I kind of want to watch. I have seen that Darman is in huge trouble due to a labor dispute.
And do I have some wacky news for you today? This is going to absolutely floor you with shock. It involves our beloved Darman. I'm sure all of you know Darman. He has his own little extended universe, the DMCU, the Darman Cinematic Universe. Even if you've never subjected yourself to the torture of watching a Darman video, I'm confident you've at least heard of them or seen them, because he pioneered an entire genre of telling the most basic stories and teaching the most basic lessons you learned as an 8-year-old.
These workers did a labor dispute at their place of business. What happens next will shock you. Instantly regrets it.
It was my guilty pleasure to watch them because I was so confused by their existence and their popularity. These things have like 50 million views sometimes. And it's literally things like, be nice, don't be mean, don't cheat, don't judge a book by its cover. Like, it feels like he's making these things as like this repository of human emotion to teach to aliens that are trying to study us. It's crazy. And what's crazier is how popular they were. And the titles, they legitimately were a massive smashing success that other channels have emulated. Things like Tall Girl Dumps Short Guy and Lives to Regret It, Man Cheats on Wife, Lives to Regret It, Employee Spits in Boss's Burrito, Lives to Regret It, or Kid Tries to Cheat on Math Test, What Happens Next is Shocking. Woman works 3 jobs to put food on the table for her kids. What happens next is shocking. That kind of thing. Darman started that. And he's also the one...
I mean, he is a genre-defining talent. Like, a generational talent, a genre-defining talent. Honestly, changed the fucking game. Let's be real.
One who always says that they're not just telling stories, they're changing lives. But this week, a lot of allegations came out against Darman, and it seems like they're not just telling stories.
All right, let's get back to
they're changing the lives of their actors in a much worse way. According to a lot of beloved actors that I know and love, such as Steve, our boy Steve, I've made a lot of content around Darman, and Steve's been one of my favorites. He has corroborated a lot of these claims that they just don't get paid, like, at all. He says that the majority of the actors can't even afford rent when they're contracted by Darman Studios. So it's a pretty big deal.
Essentially, as an actor at Darman Studios, I am just a contract player. I have no employment there. I am just sort of called every now and then, as are all the other actors. And it just is not sustainable. One of the main issues is that not a single actor that works at Darman Studios can afford rent.
Hearing shit like that absolutely blows my mind because every single actor in the Darman Cinematic Universe has...
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the most, like, that is the least surprising thing I've ever heard. Like, that's like, how about most actors that are in like big budget movies don't have, can't fucking pay rent? What the fuck? Of course Darman actors are not able to. What? Not that it's appropriate or normal or just, but like the Darman model is far from unique.
Has like 1,000 roles. Like Steve, his name's not Steve, but he'll always be Steve to me, damn it. His real name is Colin. Colin accounts for probably like 40% of total screen time in Darman's videos, and he's not getting paid enough to afford rent? That's outrageous. And I went into the comments because I wanted to see what people were saying about all of this, and usually when you go into the comments you expect to see some absolutely wild shit, like, Darman's a bad guy, he showed me his butthole in one of my dreams once. Or you'll find jokes like one of the top comments was, the PS5s changed Darman, which made me giggle. It's talking about Darman's obsession with giving away PS5s in the videos. But then one comment made an extremely good point that's pretty alarming to think about. A lot of the actors in Darman's videos are children, and if he's this comfortable exploiting industry veterans like Colin has been in Better Call Saul, had minor roles in other huge productions, he has been in the industry for a long time outside of the Darman Studios universe. if Darman's exploiting people like Colin and other adult actors with horrible pay, is he even paying the children at all? I have to wonder. Like, I can only imagine how messy that could potentially be. Like, does he just like write clout into their contracts? Like, hey, Junior, I'm making my 48th video on not judging a book by its cover. I need you to play the principal role. I'll give you 1,000 exposure dollars. My YouTube channel has 17.8 million subs. This is going to be great for your Instagram and your TikTok, so just sign here. No, you're not getting pay. I mean, I can give you like some sticks of gum, but that's about it. It's very concerning because if all of these allegations are true, and every single actor I've seen in the Darman cinematic universe has come out corroborating each other, and they are out there protesting right now outside of Darman Studios, if all of those are true, it's very worrying to think about if he's also doing the same to the children actors in his content. Because those kids are not industry veterans, and their parents likely aren't familiar with the industry either. They might not know what fair pay is, or if there even is pay for the work. Like, there's just so much messiness to all of that that could potentially be going on if all of the allegations are true. One of his big lessons is what happens in the dark always comes to the light. And goddamn is Darman learning that one right now. I saw that comment across every TikTok ever referring to this situation. Like, Darman is getting...
Charlie's upset his Darman consumption was not ethical. Yeah. Fucked up, man.
Dunked on with his own lessons. He even made a video kind of about this same thing, such as mean boss mistreating employees and lives to regret it. Darman is in that stage right now because...
Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't even realize. I did not realize that he had put himself in there in the crosshairs like this. Jarvis's video on it is really good. My friend, you think we haven't watched that? Also, gone through the entire library of Darman content? Are you crazy? Not only have we watched Jarvis's video like a long ass time ago, but I have personally gone through the library of... We had a Darman arc a long time ago, dude.
All of his employees, well, I guess they're not technically employees, they're contractors. All of them are coming out to...
Oh, he made a video about the exploitation? Oh,
talk
shit.
about how miserable it was when it comes to the pay.
Okay.
And Darman's complete refusal to even talk to them. He just dodges them at every possible opportunity, and apparently has even cultivated this culture where if you speak out against him, you get fired. So I'd like to go over all of these allegations with you and show you some of their TikToks and the protests that they're currently doing against Darman Studios.
Get him! Oh my God. Oh my God. I know exactly where this is. That's crazy. I think I worked inside of these buildings in the past. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's wild.
Walk out with us.
Yep.
You get more money. You land in the credits at the top.
There's a ton of footage of their protest, and I recognize every single person in it. I also love the shirts some of them are wearing that says, "What happens next is shocking." That's just beautiful. So even though Darman appears to want to teach lessons of positivity to everyone else, it's rules for thee and not for me. According to pretty much every actor, they're all saying the same thing about his refusal to communicate, as well as his refusal to actually pay them like an actual good wage for their work, which is odd because he makes so much money off of the content. It's tens of millions. Because when Darman makes a video, not only does it blow up on YouTube, getting at least 10 million views pretty much, but it's kind of like Ouroboros constantly eating its own ass here, because he'll take that same video that he made for YouTube and repackage it on every other platform, Facebook, TikTok.
I don't get it. Are they protesting the labor treatment or the videos? No, man. The treatment of the workers. You think the people are out there outside of the studios protesting like the most basic stories? Like, who the fuck would protest the Darman video? Like, the entire purpose of the Darman videos are that it's like stealing is wrong. In regards to actor compensation, we believe our pay our actors competitively compared to our peers. Our rates for actors vary. Extras receive $18 an hour, and speaking role actors receive $33 to $44 an hour. We are proud to have given thousands of actors job opportunities last year alone, paid millions of dollars in actors' compensation. That's the Darman statement. Huh. I mean,
everywhere to farm even more views for this crazy cycle of just getting maximum absorbency of views from everywhere. That's a ton of money. But even aside from the money,
that's pretty bad for. They don't pay actors overtime and frequently shot 15, 17-hour days. Yeah, I mean that's definitely bad by SAG standards, but like I'm surprised. Like that's YouTube wise, like I feel like everything I know from my experience, like acting in fucking YouTube videos and shit like that, it's either often like a homie hookup. My standards for pay are so low, $33 an hour sounds phenomenal to me. Isn't this a pro crime channel? No, the only kind of crime that we don't appreciate here is exploitation. I'm literally fucking surprised he even pays that much, which, by the way, is still unacceptable. I'm just shocked. New YouTube is much more corporate. Yeah. Yeah, dog, you ain't getting paid for the gym acting. Okay, chill. You never even saw that. And secondly, yeah, of course, it was a homie hookup. I did it for a homie. Okay, let's
money he's generating on the content itself. He was already an extremely successful and extremely wealthy businessman. He had a very successful cosmetics line, and I think even before Dhar Studios blew up for him, he was worth right around $50 million. This is a guy that could easily afford to pay his actors well, and I would have expected him to do that, because I always got the impression that he was just like a genuinely good guy who just wanted to tell basic positive messages.
What?
But according to all...
Dude, okay, this is the other thing. It's like, how do you achieve that level of fame and Mr. Normie Jesus is not even like a little suspicious of you, but like he talked about me like I'm a controversial person to the tune of I Show Speed, okay, when he was defending me for the charity video. That blows my mind. It's like, it goes to show, dude, liberalism over everything, baby, straight up. I don't get it.
All the actors, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, which is extremely sad, and I feel terrible for all the actors in this situation, because it really did play out like a Dhar video. Aspiring up-and-coming actors thought they had landed a great gig with a great guy. What happens next will shock you.
We are protesting. Why we are out.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean, look, solidarity with the striking workers. I hope they get fairly compensated for doing these Dhar videos. I mean, I want this both as a firm supporter of workers' rights, obviously, but also as someone who wants to see more Dhar content out there. You know what I mean? Let's keep it going. Because what happened next did shock me, and I would like to not be shocked. What is this? Here's the legendary Dhar reactor.
Immediately! You're not welcome here.
Shut up, old man.
What you say?
Amber, you can't talk to my dad like that.
He needs to hear that. He can't run over you like that.
He's my
This isn't even Dhar. This is a shitty copycat of Dhar, for the record. How did you find
dad.
this?
You know what I'm gonna do. You need to be disciplined.
Oh my gosh.
This
What
should
are
have
you
been
doing?
10 years
Stop.
ago.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just
Stop. Oh my
be quiet.
gosh.
What?
Right here.
Oh
right
my
here.
gosh. Stop. Ouch. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Stop. What are you doing?
You're not gonna ruin your own life and Emily's too. Maybe this discipline will help you.
I won't anymore. I learned my lesson. Sorry. Please stop.
Yeah, that's a real video we watched. And no, it's not a pornography. No, it's not porn. It's a Dhar knockoff. Why can't we get more of these reacts? Dude, why can't you? You should ask yourself that question.
Stop.
Jim disciplined Emily's friend Amber that day. Emily was proud of her dad and decided...
Like, that was a positive thing. That was... Okay, let's just get back to fucking Dhar
Out there right now. We've been talking to a lot of actors. It's the same. Everybody feels the same across the board. The trouble is, there's a culture at the studio of if you talk, you're out.
It seems the moral mastermind Dhar is ruling his company with an iron fist of fear.
True.
Where if people speak out against him, I guess they're fired, at least according to the actors. I'm only showing you Colin's statement here, but there are so many others. You can find all of it by just looking up the Dhar protests. All of the main actors that you're used to seeing in Dhar videos have come out against him. And they're not being greedy, by the way.
All of our favorites from the Dharmaverse, dude. All of our favorites from the Dharmaverse.
Like, all of them are just saying, we just want, like, moderately decent pay for the work. Like, all of them are proud of the work they've done with Darman. Colin concludes the video by talking about
Darman.
how much all of it has meant to him. But if they can't afford rent, there's a huge problem. They're not looking to be paid fucking 6 figures per production or anything. They're just looking for fair pay for the work that they've done and are continuing to do for you. And the least you can do is at least hear them out, go to a meeting. But Colin and all of the other actors talk about how Darman continuously avoids talking to them. He refuses to actually sit down and have a conversation. I'll let Colin explain that situation.
So we decided to come together as a group and talk collectively with our boss, Darman. We sent a letter to him, a hard copy and an email. The email was CC'd to the head of production as well, so that we made sure that Dar got it, but it was addressed to Dar. It was delivered to Dar. We were contacted.
Wait. Is his name actually Dar and then his last name is Man? Because I just always thought his name is Darman. Is it actually Dar and then his last name is Man? Everything I've known has been a lie. Is short for Darminder. Oh my God. That's crazy. Man is a common Indian last name. I thought his name was Darman this whole time.
Said we could have a meeting to discuss our issues.
Sorry, let's get back
that
to
meeting was pushed several times, changed on us. When we finally got to the meeting, we had reiterated that we wanted it to be with Dar. Dar was not there. Following a couple days, reiterating again, we would like to speak specifically with Dar.
I mean, this is
what
awesome.
The meeting is about. This is
100% awesome. What they did here is dope. What they did here is great. They wanted to fucking have a conversation with their boss. They literally gathered everyone that works on the set to do this. You played it by the book, basically. This is actually what you would do in the absence of a union. You know what I mean? Like he should be excited at the prospect, even as a capital owner, to have this conversation with his employees without a union being formed. It would be even better if a union was formed to protect them, obviously. But like, what he doesn't realize is like, this is actually beneficial to him that they went to him. It kind of also shows that like they do have confidence in him as like a decent boss. You know what I mean? Because like, or maybe they just didn't know that they could get outside support. It's a mistaken confidence, clearly. Yeah, naivete.
our boss. This is who we want to talk to. End of the week comes and goes. We learned Saturday there will not be a meeting.
Apparently Darman couldn't even be bothered to attend the meeting after pushing it several times and eventually just shutting that shit down entirely and putting the kibosh on it. He has so little respect for his talent that he refuses to even acknowledge them or hear them out or face them in person. He just hides behind emails and horrible pay.
All of us at the studio got together to talk about how much we should be paid. What happens next will shock you. Yeah. Worker reads copy of Das Kapital. What happens next will shock you.
I suppose. At least according to all of the actors. This is pretty.
You don't even pay your editors? Fuck yeah, baby. Union, no thank you. I don't want to stand in line for bread. Your editors can't afford rent, so don't you think it's a little bit hypocritical? Dude, I love not paying my editors. I'm sorry. It's my kink. You're kink shaming. Okay? It's their kink too. You're double kink shaming. I know it's bait, dude. It's the most tried out trope of all time. You're kink shaming. You're kink shaming them and you're kink shaming me. Also, Ostenox does not deserve to get paid. Let's be real. Actually, he's been doing a great job so far. This year, Hasanabe PR year, you know, obviously some of the efforts from Hasanabe negativity year is still very much around and will never go away. But like, you know, he's doing great this year. He deserves his pay this year, except for the fact that he makes banger TikTok videos and we can't even fucking upload them because we're constantly banned on TikTok. Now he's just making banger TikTok videos and posting it on his TikTok. I'm like, okay, well, what's going on here? You know what I mean? What's happening here, Austin Ox? The fuck is this?
Pretty much all of them. I have yet to see any, like, defense of Darman, so we only have one side of the story.
I should do a contract like Steven Crowder with Austin Ox. If you get me banned, I'm docking your pay. Oh,
I'm
no.
very interested to hear his side of it, because this is an overwhelming amount coming out against him. And I really feel like what they're looking for is super reasonable. Talk to us. Like, that's the only reason the protest is happening right now. Like, the pay is obviously a huge problem, but the biggest issue is that he won't even talk to them to at least hear them out about the pay. So they don't even have that first step of getting the pay fixed, which is communication with the fucking guy who's decided their pay. So they just want to talk to him, but he won't let them. Which is why they're standing outside of the Darman studios, ringing cowbells, blowing whistles, and letting everyone know how awful it's been. Like, it is just wild to me that Darman, the absolute moral authority, the mega mind of morals, is this much of an asshole, apparently. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. Just wanted to talk about all of this and let everyone know what's going on with it. Pretty interesting situation. Hoping for the...
So my dad was a workers' rights lawyer in California. He said that it's very, very difficult to do a civil lawsuit with a company with less than 20 employees because the money usually doesn't come straight out of the boss's pocket. Settling out of court is usually the move, and the boss and company like that due to optics, but the settlement would generally be smaller.
The best for the actors that aren't getting paid well here. Hopefully that gets resolved. That's about it. See ya.